So TVs now have so much tech crammed into them, it can be quite overwhelming to actually choose one. So that's why you're here. What am I looking at?
We're looking at the LG OLED G1.
Off the bat, it looks amazing. I love the way it's sitting there. I love the way the screen looks. It's just the whole package.
Yeah, and it has this ultra slim gallery design. So not only does it look amazing in your home, but it also makes everything that you watch that much more immersive.
I love that there's no distractions as well. It's literally just screen.
And if you look at the side, it's only 19.9 millimeters thick.
Wow.
So it can be this thin because of the OLED technology, which doesn't need a backlight like an LCD does. It also has a built-in flush wall mount, so it can really hug the wall and eliminate any gap that might normally be there, so it looks seamless.
Smart. I mean, I love it. It's got quite a modern vibe, you know, just up there on a wall, almost like a gallery, like a painting.
Yeah, yeah. And the display as well is really cool. It's the latest LG OLED technology, so it's OLED Evo, which is the newest panel, optimized processing, so you're going to get an even sharper and brighter picture than before. But it's still obviously an OLED, so that means it has millions of self-lit pixels that can turn on and off completely independently from each other. So you're going to get a perfect black, infinite contrast, and really stunning color.
I mean, I can already see it's way more impressive than, say, an older 4K TV. But what's going on behind the scenes? Like, what's inside? What's making it all tick?
That processor that is inside is our most powerful one that we've brought out yet, which is the Alpha 9 Gen4 AI processor.
Cool.
So this is very, very intelligent and can analyze what you're watching and on a scene-by-scene basis make adjustments and improvements so you always get the best picture and sound. It does clever stuff. For example, with sport, it can make sure the motion is just right so you get great clarity when the players are running down the pitch. Also upscale audio from 2-channel stereo to a virtual 5.1.2 surround effect. So you'll feel like you're sat in the stadium hearing the roar of the crowd. And with movies as well, it can sense that. So if you're watching a moody thriller late at night, it's going to make sure that you can see all the detail in those dark, shadowy parts of the image. So you're not going to struggle to see anything that you might normally miss out on.
So the tough thing now is to decide what I want to watch most, you know, games, films, sport, you know, because they're all going to look and sound amazing. They all look great.
Yeah, well, movies do look fantastic in particular, and that's largely down to the Dolby technology that we have built in. So Dolby you'll be familiar with, largely associated with the big screen, but do a lot of great stuff for the home as well. So we have the Dolby Vision IQ format, which is built into our LG OLED, but is also a lot of the streaming services that we have built in, like Netflix, Prime Video, Disney Plus, they have content in that format. And it basically brings that Hollywood technology to the home screen. And it really elevates the quality of your content with supreme colors and amazing contrast. And the IQ bit is basically the TV reading the light of your room. So with that, it knows if you're in a dark environment or you've got the lights all on and can tweak the picture just right so you still get the best experience.
So surround sound wise, is that being handled by this Dolby Atmos?
So yes and no. Basically, Dolby Atmos is the latest and greatest version of surround sound. So it's putting audio all around you but above you as well. So it's really immersing you in the scene.
So I've got to admit, I'm impressed.
Yeah, well, if you think that's impressive, let me show you how well equipped it is for games.
Please.
So this is one of the best TVs for gamers. That's for a multitude of reasons, one of them being the HDMI 2.1 spec. It brings a lot of benefits and features, one of them being a higher data rate. So if you have one of the new Xbox Series X consoles, they can output 4K at 120 frames per second. So because of that, you're going to get a super sharp and also buttery smooth image.
Buttery, nice. So when you fire up the console, do you have to change the TV to a particular mode?
Well, one of the things we have now new is the Game Optimizer menu. So this is a menu you can bring up while you're playing and enables you to tweak the settings to your liking, but also make sure you've got things like VRR enabled, which basically gives you a nice smooth picture, but also eliminates screen tearing and errors.
I'm glad you mentioned this because something like that would have probably gone over my head. But now you've tweaked it, I can 100% see the difference.
Yeah, well, it's not just to make it easy on the eye. It actually gives you a competitive advantage because you're getting less errors in the image, but also with a low input lag, it enables you to have a fast reaction time so you can really stay ahead of the game. But obviously, the best way to experience it is you've got to go out and see one for yourself.